Ooh, 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 ooh. We'd like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, where the passport bros. We'd like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, this is our passport bros. We'd like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, we're the Passport Bros. We'd like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time, we're the Passport Bro. Show. What's going on, brothers? International Passport here. Oh, with Mr. Theo Waff, straight from America and the UK. We out here, brothers. Hope you're well. We are in for another classic, future classic live stream. Hope you're all doing good. But press a one in the live stream chat if my audio is clean, crisp, and concise. Theo, is my audio good on your end, brother?
It's good.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, bro. Brothers in the live stream chat, press a one in the live stream chat, please, to let me know if my audio clean, crisp, and concise. Let me know. Tensuke in the building. Duck Listen in the building as well, man. Awesome, awesome. Any other brothers here in the building, please? Who's here, man? Who's here? Who's here, brothers? Are you here? Let's get it cracking, man. Let's get it cracking, brothers, man. Who's here, brothers? Awesome. So, couple ones so far. James in the building, Black Empowerment 01. Awesome. Let's get it cracking, man. So, brothers, thank you for joining us today for yet another Passport Bro show. I'm your gracious host, Mr. International Passport, and we have Mr. Theo Waff over there in the United States of America with us as well. So, let's get straight into it. As you know, when you come into today's live stream, please like the video across all platforms: Rumble, Twitch, Kick, Twitter, and YouTube as well. I'm streaming on all platforms right now. Multi-stream. Let's get it cracking. Of course, join the Patreon. Book your IT consultations. And of course, look out for my Python course coming in June, July, where I'll take new students in to teach Python. And of course, please cop the merch and show some support tonight by hitting the super chats and the PayPal donation. Let's get straight into it, brothers. So before we break down the topic of the live stream, let's do a couple introductions. Theo, who are you, brother? Where are you from? Are you from Mars, Jupiter? Let us know, bro.
I'm from Mustafar.
In Star Wars, right?
Mustafar, yes. I'm from Mustafar. It's a fire planet, lava. It fits my personality really well because I'm usually really fiery. And of course, my lightsaber is red. It's usually a double hilt because I can get more slaughter that way. Yeah, that's who I am. Thank you for IP for having me on here. I'm Theo F. I've been a passport bro for a long time. Was in 16 years in Japan and over 4 years in other countries. Not military, civilian. I do internet security. Network security for corporations, and then cloud security, AWS, GCP, and Azure, and then compliance and also audit. Pretty good job. I'm training other Black men in particular to become passport bros, be able to get a good job, work abroad, and have the kind of lives they want. And I will be returning to Japan somewhere between October this year to the summer or a little bit later next year. So I'm actually in that preparation stage right now. So here you go. I'll go ahead and give it back to you, IP.
Awesome, great intro there, Mr. Theo Waff. I'm International Passport UK brother, IT bro, tech bro, teach brothers Python every week. And I'm enjoying it so far, loving my new students, intelligent people, geniuses, very impressive Python coders already. And of course, long time traveler, was a passport bro before the whole passport bro movement took off in 2022. Been on YouTube for almost 10 years now, giving brothers that intel as to getting out the West and finding them their true selves and breaking out the matrix. So we got work to do, but the movement is continuously spreading. Okay, so let's get straight into it, man. Okay, let's get straight into it. So today's passport show topic is, as you can see here, woman will throw it at you. Surviving corporate America as an IT tech bro passport bro show. What does that mean? Okay, so some of you guys are already working in corporate America, corporate UK, corporate England, corporate Canada, whatever, as a black man. Some of you guys are not working in that particular field yet. Okay. Now, the goal is here as passport bros to work in IT. Because IT gives you the best chance of remote working and flexibility. Okay, to travel all around the world and still work at the same time. However, not all IT jobs are fully remote. You may work an IT job and then work towards being fully remote. You do very well in the first 4 months. You put your letter in, hey, I want to go full-time remote. They assess your performance. Yeah, he's a great guy, IP. Let him go fully remote, okay? But during that time when you're in the office, maybe every day, maybe 3 times a week, as you all know, office politics exist, okay? And as black men, um, office politics applies to us in a very special way. We're black, we're coming in with intelligence, and there's ways to navigate in corporate America or any corporate world in the West that we got to be cognizant of, right? So the first point I want to throw here, right, as a black man in corporate America or the corporate world in the West, right, is watch out for white women and women in general. Okay. Why do I say this? Okay. Number one, okay, if you're a clean cut, smooth talking, well dressed black man, right, women in the workplace, okay, will be looking at you, possibly trying to get at you. Okay. Probably trying to know about your relationships. Are you single? Are you taken? Okay. And brothers who I've spoke to in the UK, white women do this quite often. I'm not sure in America, but if a white woman in the workplace sees your clean cut brother, right, she may try and get you to date her, etc., etc. But I am always of the particular mindset here: never date in the corporate world. Never date your female colleagues. Don't do it. Okay. You're playing with fire. All right. Theo, do you agree or disagree there, bro?
Yeah, um, I definitely tell you, and I definitely agree with you. And I have very specific tactics for this to eliminate this, particularly in America and the Western world.
Okay. So before we delve deeper into that tactic, right? So women will throw it at you in the workplace. I I've witnessed it. I've observed it. Women will throw it at you if you're a smooth talking, intelligent brother. Okay. Now, you don't want to date in the workplace, particularly white women. Okay. There are problems there. Okay. Um, there are big problems there. Okay. When you date women in the workplace, if it goes wayward, if it goes sideways, it will be awkward. She might lie against you. The whole team vibe may be off. You want to avoid that. Okay. Do not date women in the workplace as an IT bro. But Theo, how do we navigate that, brother? Give us some points there.
You want to know my real tactic? Are you
Tell me.
sure?
Of course.
Okay. The first thing is you always interview as a married man. You straight out say that you're married. And then when you go into the office, if you can afford a ring, like even like a $500 gold ring or something at a pawn shop, it doesn't matter. Put a ring on your finger, and then don't even talk to the women. And basically talk to your colleagues about your wife, which is easy to do, and also about your kids. And then if you have any nieces, nephews, cousins, anything like that, take a photo of you with them and put them on your desk and just say, like, you're doing everything for your kids. And you're basically just going to act like a mindless zombie who just works a lot for the company. And if you do this, this is one of the most effective methods of making sure that no Western woman will talk to you.
Brother, so 2 points here, right? Don't they ask for official confirmation that you are married in the workplace?
They cannot. That's illegal to ask for that. Yeah,
Okay.
they're totally protected. So you just say that you're married, and that's the easiest way of doing it. And then hopefully you have a photo of yourself with like someone like a former girlfriend or something like that, and just put it up on the wall and say that this is your boo, and that there it is. You know, they know you're married. They're not going to ask you anything after that. You have to. My point of view is that you have to come in with a over the top adversarial approach towards the Western woman when you go to the office, because she will do almost anything to make you lose your job in order to advance her career. So only thing you do is you come in and say that you're married and you're not even trying to talk to her, and you stay very far away from her. The other thing is you employ the Pence Rule, which is if you have a meeting with a woman, you always have another man around, and you make sure it's public, nothing in like closed doors. It's always open doors. And that makes it much more difficult. And also make sure the other man is married. So it's two married men talking to a woman. That's almost impenetrable. You do that, guys, like she's going to either lose interest, or the only way that she's going to even start trying to mess with you is if I'm saying if she's a real 304, like she's just a savage, then you have an issue. And then you really need to make sure everything is public, and just stay at your desk, or when you do remote work, you don't even talk to her. You don't do anything with her unless it's a group setting. Like, just straight out, you have to be almost adversarial towards her from day one. Don't talk to her, like nothing, no communication. I don't know how many times I had this. When there were women around, sometimes in the offices, I just bring my own lunch every day and eat at my desk. Nobody talked to me. No, man. I wanted to be appear as like the biggest like dad simp out there. That's all I did was work for my kids and give my money to my wife, and I had like no personal life at all. That was like, for corporate America, that's wonderful. That's like the ideal male worker. So that's the kind of caveat, or that's the kind of image you want to be pursuing.
Amazing, brother. So never come into corporate in the corporate world as a single man. You have
Right.
to lie. Whether you say you have a girlfriend or you're engaged or married, just have something to tell these women that you're taken, and they should back off, brother.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, literally just go to the pawn store. I don't know if you have pawns. I'm sure you have used stores in London. Just get a basic gold ring, silver ring, platinum. Put on your finger. Done. Over. Yeah, they won't mess with you.
Amazing. Fantastic point there. Fantastic point there, brother. So next point, I want to hand it over to Theo, brother. So, brother, how do we navigate it in corporate America, brother, as a brother, IT bro?
Basically, I'm looking at some of these things. First thing is that you definitely want to be low key, which I agree with. You want to, like, you're just there to get something done. You don't have a personality. Nothing. Like, you are the most bland person there. And they're always have, like, in IT, they'll always have, like, I don't know, what's it called? Scrum board. They're running, I can't believe I forgot. I lost. So they have stand up every day. And you want to be talking about what you're doing, what you've got done, the problems that you have, the blocks you have, and what your goals are going to be like for this week or the next few days, or how you need to work with other people. That's about it. And then you're just about it. And then basically, when you're at your desk, you want to have your phone or like an iPad or something like that. You want to put your headphones on and dip down. You are not doing anything with anyone. You're just getting work done. That's it. Like, you're like the most boring person out there. You go to the water cooler or go to the coffee stand, you get some refreshments, come back to your desk, and that's it. You might get some steps in during the day to get some circulation with your legs. You come right back to your desk. you only talk. My philosophy is you only talk to your manager and married men. That's it.
Okay. But what about young men out of college who are single, they want to learn from you, or just normal people? Do you tend to not be talking to them, or no?
Well, I talk to them. Yeah, sure. I might be mentoring them. Well, you try to get into a position where you're like, okay, if it's all men, then it's easy. You don't have to really worry about it because there's not going to be some sort of like Me Too movement on you. If there are women in the group, okay, you just have to make sure that all your activities are in a public setting. So, and also if you can, get a camera and say that you're making training materials for the company for later on, but what you're really doing is making materials so no one can give a Me Too comment against you. And then also make sure that you get into that conference room 5 minutes early. The cameras are rolling before everybody comes in, and then when everybody leaves, you are the last one to leave. You make sure everybody goes. And if a woman wants to talk to you, it's fine, but make sure she's talking to you when other people are there. If it happens to be everyone is younger, of course they're like out of university. Make sure you have another married man with you in the office, in the meeting room, to help you do whatever activities you need to do.
Okay, but let's say, is that a camera that will be on your laptop, like a webcam that can show you the whole area?
Usually in the conference rooms, they've got like one like in the front or the back of the room, so they can take a video of the entire office, and then also that they have some sort of recorder from like any kind of training materials that you're doing, kind of like a Zoom record, something like that. So you just go ahead and you have both of them running simultaneously.
Awesome, bro. To add to your point there, right, in regards to being low key, that also means, brother, not telling people too much about your life, your personal
Right.
life, your personal details. Please don't do that. Don't tell me about any family stuff, any health stuff, what's going on in your life. Keep it very low key. You don't want
Mhm.
people in the corporate world to know too much about you. They can use that against you when it comes to promotions. Let's say, for example, right, you take medication for depression or, mental health, right? And you tell your colleagues, right, when it comes to promotion, right, secretly, they may backstab you to your manager or someone else that, okay, I don't think he's ready for it. He's taking medication, blah 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 blah. So don't tell people about your personal life. In many cases, just lie. So if they ask you what you did for your weekend, just say I played golf, right? I went to shopping. I bought some equipment to build my table. Make up stories. Don't tell them the
Yeah.
truth. Ain't that right, Theo?
Yeah, that's entirely true. And like you want to do the most bland things over the weekends. This is why it's great to have kids. I went to my kids' soccer match, or in the United States football. Oh, sorry, the opposite. I went to my kids' baseball match. I went to my kids' dancing recital. Something mundane, like just like like do that. I went to the park with my family. I went to the park with my church group. That's it. And especially in the States, nobody asks you what church you're a part of. They'll just be like, okay, it's just a religious organization, because they're scared to ask you about what church you go to anyway. Other thing to remember is that they somebody might say what their orientation is, and if they do, just be like, cool. You cannot care about that. They might be married, like you might see two women who are married to each other and they're actually working in the office. I've had this happen before. Okay. You really don't care. You are professional at all times. And they'll give you like sensitivity training in the beginning, and you're basically like, we're here all for the bottom line of the company. We're here to increase revenue for the company. You do not care what people are doing in their private lives. So it just make it professional at all times.
Good point there, Theo. So next point here, okay, I want to mention here is number 3. So
Mhm.
It is very important. Okay, if you are a black man and you are dating a very, very pretty woman, particularly a very pretty white woman, a
Mm.
white woman that the average white guy wants, please don't bring her to the office and don't reveal who she is to your colleagues, your male colleagues. Okay,
Yeah.
don't show them a picture. I don't know. Go on Google, print out a fat woman that you're dating as a lie, and put that on your flipping desk. Don't reveal to them your true girlfriend, particularly if she's white, right? Because a lot of white guys that you work with, okay, they may be all buddy buddy, right? In many cases, right? But as soon as they see you as a black man with a beautiful woman of their race, a beautiful white woman, the ones that they want, blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny, your time in that company is done, right? They will be very jealous towards you. They will play games towards you. They will switch up towards you. Don't ever reveal your girlfriend, particularly if she's white, to your male colleagues, right, at the workplace. Ain't that right, Theo?
If she's white domestic, so if she's white American or white British, in your case, no, do not reveal that. However, if she's white Ukrainian or Russian, you can do that all day long. I've done this before. So I've shown pictures of me with Angelica before, and it's she's a skinny white girl, and they have no problems with this at all. So if you just say I met her in grad school, I went to Ukraine, I fell in love, and I brought somebody over, they're like, cool. They don't have a problem with it. In fact, some of the guys in the office might ask you how you did it. They'll be interested in that. So just give them the advice, what they need to do, and some of them might disappear and come back later on with a Ukrainian or a Russian bride. I've seen it happen. I don't know. Have I ever corrupted anybody? Yeah, I've actually done this before, but it's usually not brothers who are doing this. These are the white guys. They go off and get a Ukrainian or a Russian bride afterwards. So again, for a black guy, I would not say that you are with Becky from the corner bar. Ain't gonna work. Nope, is not gonna be good. But if you're with like Natalia from Kiev, okay, no problem.
Facts. Gotta be very careful there, brothers. A lot of jealousy will be towards you. Change of attitude, especially they see you with the prime American Becky, right? The one the average guy wants. Is how did he get her? How did this black man get her? Then there'll be a lot of vitriol towards you. Don't do it, please. Okay, don't do it. Gotta be very careful.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on, super chat here. Shout out to Mr. Duck Distant for the support. Strictly business on the job. Body language is key. No smile except when you get the promotion. Always keep them guessing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Facts, bro. Facts. Absolute facts. Shout out to both Kenners for the support. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Awesome. So, over to you, Theo.
That's another thing too. You shouldn't. I would say don't even look for a promotion. Yeah, you shouldn't be at the company long enough to get a promotion. Most of the time, I'm at a company 2 years maximum, maybe 3. That's about all. I'm pretty much a mercenary, so I go there, I get some experience, and I'm off to the next position. I want like 18 months. I think it's a good amount of time. If you really are trying to get a promotion, it doesn't make sense. You should get as much experience as you can, then put yourself in the market and say, hey, I'm here. And another company will come and give you the money or position by far faster than your own company will. Your company will make it really a lot of politics, but another company will be like, hey, like we want to give you £15,000 extra a year. Come over here. That's the way to do it.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, brother. I think that's a good point there. Obviously, but when you move jobs frequently, you get paid higher, right? That is very true. You can negotiate.
Yeah. So you want to get as much skills as you can. You should be fanatical about getting skills. And of course, I mean, I think, I know you're teaching them to be focused. I mean, students in my class know I'm pretty psycho about getting new skill sets. I'm always learning. And that's because if I want to get more money, I just move laterally. I don't even think about going horizontal. That's it. It's always a lateral movement. So I'm pretty effective in doing that, to be honest.
Awesome, bro. Awesome.
Yeah.
So next one I want to refer to here, brothers, okay, is okay. Please, all right, don't drink at the job with your colleagues. All right. Don't go to work parties with them. Don't go clubbing with them. Don't go to the bar with them. Don't hang out in any sort of setting. Now, maybe maybe you can actually drink water with them or speak and have pizza with them, right? But do it only in the work setting. Outside of work, even drinking at work, I would avoid it. Okay, if you're drinking a lot, avoid it, because when people drink, right, their true intentions come out. So if they think you're an N-word, right, but they won't say it to you because they know that they'll get in trouble. But enough alcohol, it may step out. You gotta be very careful when you work with these colleagues there, particularly when alcohol is involved. No clubbing with them, no partying with them, no sort of holidays with them. Don't be stupid. They're your colleagues. They're not your best friends. Please be smart here as a brother. All right. Please be smart here in that right field.
Yeah. So I have a lot of opinions about this because I actually worked 3 months in the UK, right? So I knew the banking environment there. And then, of course, I worked in Japan, and then I worked in the United States. So I kind of know these environments well. I would say for the UK, after hours on Friday, maybe 1 or 2 pints with some fish and chips. That's about it. You really aren't doing anything more than that. And make sure you don't act like an idiot. Especially if the local football match is on or the TV and it's kind of like a team building experience, go for it. But that's it. Like, don't be crazy over that. Now on the other side of this is Japan. For Japan, you should drink as much alcohol as you possibly can during the team building events. I mean, you should drink pitchers of alcohol. I did. That's where I learned how to binge drink. So, like, you want to knock that stuff down, and the company will pay for your beer. And if you drink a lot, they'll be impressed with you. So it's a very pro drinking environment. I always say, like, the Irish in Japan had a great time because they just kept on drinking like crazy. Now in the United States, this is where your fear is happening again, because if you are drinking, the likelihood of a woman saying that you did something increases dramatically. So I always say, only drink with your male colleagues. If there's a woman colleague there, do not drink whatsoever. Like lemonade. That's it. Water. Gatorade. Don't do anything more. It's too dangerous. Eat some nachos. That's about it. Don't talk much. Like, you want to get home as fast as you can. So do a few activities and you just want to get out of there because your kids are calling you. Your kids want to be with you. Also, okay. So yeah, don't do anything with the women at all in the States. Now, if you're in Japan and you're an office function and you're drunk, you have free liberty to hit on the Japanese office workers, the female office workers, as you want. All of them. In fact, it's expected that you're going to hit on them. So go right on ahead. Yeah. And in Japan, if you put something up on your wall that says that you're married to a Japanese woman, they respect it even more because now you're a part of their system. I would say it's a little bit more antagonistic if you're not married to one of them. So if you're married to a Western woman in Japan, they're going to be like, is this going to be a problem because does she have some sort of expectation because we're working hours a lot in Japan? Whereas if you're married to a Japanese woman, the company understands that you are, okay, the company understands that your wife knows the culture So if you come home drunk from a Japanese company event, that's fine, because maybe your wife is also going to come home drunk. And if she's like, you're supposed to do that, she's trained for that already. So my Japanese wife never complained if I came home drunk after a business meeting. It was normal. But if you're married to a Westerner, they know that they can't take you out drinking like that because your Western wife may not approve of that. So this is something to know and understand, like, the difference between the cultures.
Interesting there, Theo, right? So, when I was in Japan last year, right, I saw women drinking with their male colleagues, right? But my problem with that, Theo, is that what if these women were married, brother? That's a problem. And brother, and that's how cheating starts when they're so drunk. Man makes a move, she feels like it's part of the whole culture. That's a problem there, Theo. So what's your thoughts about that woman drinking so much, but even though they're married, brother, and they're amongst men, brother? I don't mess with that, bro.
Oh, I don't even. I don't even. If women are like that they're a bunch of hoes, man. I'm out of there. I remember I was at a Christmas party in 96. No, 2006. I was at a Christmas party at a bank in London. It was a great time. We're having a fun time there, right? And there were married women there getting a little too loose. I didn't care. I stayed with the guys. I stayed with Japanese guys in particular, and then I went home early. So I just made sure I was protected. That's all.
Flipping heck, bro.
Oh, I have so many stories. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I can actually give stories like this from London. I have forgotten about them. Like, it's like my brain is retrieving them right now from deep like archive. I'm remembering these parties that I went to in London. Like, oh, I don't want to remember. Anyway, go ahead.
So, brother, I got a couple super chats here. Shout out to Mr. Eric Powell for the support. He got hit with a false allegation by Becky a couple months ago. Sorry to hear that, bro. Whoa. There was absolutely no romance between us. Stay away from the snow bunny. It's facts, bro.
Mhm.
Facts. It's always these white women, bruv. I'm telling you, they're the most dangerous group of people in America right now. It's always them, bro. And that's why a lot of white dudes are going towards Asian women. Don't mess with American white women. Don't do it. White British, white women, come, bro.
As long as white Western women receive attention, compensation, some sort of reward for being a victim, and they're a victim because of their genitalia, they will always have a problem. You as a Western man will always have a problem. You have got to stay away from them. This is not a tactic. For example, like Japanese, Korean, Chinese women will never use this tactic. It doesn't make sense for them. Latinas, no, they don't do it. Ukrainian women, no. This is the snow bunnies in the West. So just stay away. I'm literally stay as far away from them as you possibly can. And if you're at functions with them, just make sure you have that camera. You have to follow the Pence rules at all times. It's the only way.
Pence Rule, is that PNCE?
PENCE. He was the vice president of the United States under Trump. So let me give you this. Again, it's a little long-winded, but let me try to condense it. When I went to university back in the day, my parents took me over to the side, and they went to university also in the 60s. They were hippies in the 60s. And they're like, hey, we know what university is. We know what you're going to do. We know what's going to happen. And they're like, Theo, we know who you are. We know that you would never hurt a girl. Like, we know that's your personality. But if you're in a girl's room and she decides to give you a false sexual assault allegation, we don't have the money to hire a lawyer. So you're going to lose your scholarship, and that's going to be the end of you. And there's nothing we can do. So they said to me, don't be in a room by yourself with a woman in university. Then if I have a date, make sure it's in a public area where ideally if there's cameras, but there weren't that many cameras back then. But make sure there's other people there, and don't have a private area. And then no matter how much I like that girl, never bring her over to my apartment alone. Just don't do it. I follow those rules religiously in the United States, and this is like the basis of the Pence rules. If you follow these rules, you basically it's very hard to get a sexual assault allegation against you. Was when I go abroad, I don't follow these rules at all. I mean, I've been in Russian with a Russian woman in a private room. I don't know how many times. Ukrainian, Japanese woman, private room, no problem. Thai, oh boy. Filipino, yeah, no issues. But it's only with the Western woman you have to be particularly worried, because if she can do a false allegation, and then it's the same situation as Emmett Till. Emmett Till had no voice, and he was murdered. And it was because of a white woman. And this behavior by white Western women of making an allegation and suffering no repercussions has continued, particularly against black men, from slavery days until 5 minutes ago. It doesn't stop. It's on both parties. So you always have to be very particularly concerned about these women at all time. And I look at them, and even the liberal ones are like, oh, liberal, blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at them like, all it takes is the change of your emotion. You can do this against me. So no, I'm not going to talk to you. No, I'm not. And that's one of the big reasons why I didn't date Western women when I was in the States. It was just too dangerous. Whereas I went to abroad, hey, come on, Irina. Hey, Irina. Hey, come over here. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. It's no problem. Our countries are have nuclear bombs pointing towards each other. That's all right. I got something pointing towards you too, honey. All right, come over here. Come here and talk to America. Come here. I'm ready for you. Right? So it was no. I mean, I had no problem being in the same room with a Syrian Muslim woman when I was in France, and we were sitting there talking. You know, she was like, her view, because she hated America so much because of Palestine, her view was pretty much like, I should be thrown off a building. But when she was with me, she was just totally kind and nice and wonderful, right? I never had to worry about a sex allegation, a false allegation from her. Never. I trusted her, even though we were, from a political point of view, like a total battle. But our own women, we have to worry about this all the time, constantly. So what can you do? It's the Pence rules.
Facts, bro. Facts. Shout out to Mr. Eric Powell again for the support. The Europeans will ask you all kinds of personal questions, feed them sweet lies that cannot get you in trouble. Facts, bro. I always tell them false lies, all right, about my day, what I did. Brothers got to move as ninjas out there, because it ain't it's war. You know, people are out for themselves in the corporate world. You should be out for yourself as well. Over to you, Theo. What's the next point?
Okay, let's go. I'm having fun. This is actually fun talking about when we did this. Oh yeah, this is one of them. Okay. ABW on the job. All right. So as you guys can see on these podcasts, I have a rather white accent. So all I have to do, for example, right now is to go like this. And in the office, if people don't see my face, they just see that's Cutie and Dabe, my dogs. They just see a white boy who's married with two cute little dogs. And Keisha will treat me like that. 100%. Keisha will treat me like that. So I have, even right now, I'm working in a place where nobody knows I'm black. No idea. And it's amazing how well Keisha treats me. Really well. Once they find out I'm black, it's like war starts. And it is horrible. I'm looking at these like, oh, I do not believe this situation is going on. You have to be worried about Keisha at all times. I mean, honestly, and that's where you really want to have the marriage ring on your finger. And just say you're going home to your wife. That's it. You don't want anything to do with Keisha or anything that she has. And she's going to give you lip. I guarantee you, in the office, it's going to happen.
But I want to add to that, right? And I think it expands from Keisha.
Hmm.
I think in some cases, right, or many cases, right, you can't go in the office with a pro-black attitude. What does that mean? Don't
Mm.
assume that every black person in the office. So, as you know, I'm pro-black male. I am for the advancement and the empowerment of black heterosexual straight black men. Right,
Mm.
that's the only group of people I care about in this point in time. Okay, so
Mm.
essentially, brothers, right? Um, you can't assume that every black man is on the same wavelength as you or any other black woman if you're pro-black. Don't be in the office speaking pro-black stuff. Most people in the corporate world are not pro-black. Okay, they're out there for themselves. All right, they're essentially, as you would call it, if you're a pro-black person, sellouts. They don't fit into your criteria. So more than likely, they won't they won't think like you, they won't behave like you, and they won't even be on your side if things turn south. Okay,
Mm.
so don't assume that because they're black, they're on your side. Vet that person very well, get to know them, and make your decision there. Ain't that right, Theo?
Exactly. That's entirely correct. Do not assume that you are there for a job, a mission. Just get it done. Don't talk about race at all. Nothing. Although I make little jokes here and there, and people understand. They know my mom's white. They'll come up from time to time. So some little thing that happened. There's that's about it. That's about as far as it goes. Yeah, don't. You're not pro black. You're pro company. Whatever company you're working for, like it's Python Incorporated. I love Python Incorporated. I do everything for Python Incorporated. I just code all the time for them. Python, yes. That's how they want you to act. That's it.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. All right. So next point here. Where's my comments not showing? What's going on here? Huh. Hold on, please. Let me just refresh
Mhm.
my page. Give me a second, please. I don't know why my comments aren't showing at the.
I can take the next one. Okay. Hey everyone, it's just me. I've taken over IP's channel. Ha ha ha! Nah, I haven't taken the other one. Let me look at the comments real quick while I'm doing this. While he's gone. Um, Nigel Smart is not just having. No, you can't have your wife at your side when you're in the office. No, no, it's actually making sure another man is there. Go look it up. You just cannot have your wife next to you at all times. That's because you're gonna be in places where your wife doesn't have clearance. So of course you can't bring her around there. The Pence rule is like one of the best situations you can possibly have in the office.
Awesome. So next point here, right? When you're working in the corporate world, you want to make notes of the things you've done, so no one can lie that you didn't do something or you did do something. Always document, the work you worked on. Um, Make sure you work smart and not work hard, right? So don't go
Mm.
above and beyond. Do what required to do, and don't be that guy that will just stress himself out over a job that doesn't really care about you or people that don't really care about you. Okay,
Mm.
make a note of what you did at work. Okay, very important, and work smart and don't work hard. In that right, feel.
Yeah, entirely 100%. Always work smart. Always do what is necessary, and that's it. Don't. You can do a little bit more, but that's about it. Like, don't do too much. Now, in the beginning, when you're hungry, particularly if you're a newbie, you can go hard, and they understand that, and they'll usually respect it. But by the time you're like mid-level, especially advanced level, nah, man, they know you're there to do a job, and that's it. So, kind of in a way, just be a little bit nihilistic, and you'll be fine.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Over to you, Phil.
Okay. So one of the points, yeah, I was looking at that. Okay, you want to push to be working remotely as fast as you can, and just like the promotions, you do not necessarily want to get that inside the company where you are. If another company will give you £15,000 more per year, and they'll give you remote from day one, take it. Leave. It's not even up for debate. Why the other company isn't going to give you what you need. And you have to understand that some companies are kind of like people. They have their own characteristics, their own behavior, their own culture. And if the company is mainly an on-site company, that's what they do, that's how they do things, you really can't beat that culture. It's going to be hard to do remote work. Or if you have other companies that are like, hey, we don't want you in the office. In fact, we're going to save on office space by not having you in the office. That's a remote company. So work remote with those guys. That's what you really want to go to and look at, those kind of companies. There are plenty of them out there. Try to do remote as fast as you can.
Facts, bro. Brothers, the goal is remote work, earning US dollars, UK pounds, whatever, being abroad. That is a goal, and it's very much achievable within our very hands. So, next point I want to add here, okay, is in regards to the N word, right? So, I think it's very important for brothers to have self-respect and to not take anyone calling you the N word or any slur, okay, towards you in any shape or form, okay. You know, it has happened in some cases in the UK. Brothers have been called a slur. If you're called a slur, make sure you definitely report it. All right. Don't let that slide in any shape or form. I don't care if they listen to rap music. I don't care if they're down or all that nonsense. Don't accept that. Over to you, Theo. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Do not accept being called the N-word whatsoever. No slurs. Additionally, do not listen to any music with the N-word. Yeah, don't say it. You're a professional 100% all the time. Well, usually when I'm in the office, I mean, if I'm listening to music, I'm listening to electronica. So EDM. So I'm listening to the British music, to be honest. So John Devil Fleming, the Digital Blonde, so Paul Van Dyke is German, Armin van Buren is Belgian, I think he is. That's what I'm usually listening to, something like that. So you don't want to be listening to word like with music, even with words, if you can, like just like something with a beat because you need to work. That's it.
You know what I do feel? Whenever there are people ask me, "Hey, IP, what kind of music do you like?" I always tell them rock music, electronic music. I never mention rap or hip hop. I do that on
Right.
purpose. I do like some rap stuff, but I don't want to be stereotyped as, you know, another black guy that likes rap and then they want to speak to me about rap music. I don't want to be that kind of guy. All right. I'm not here to be your best black buddy that likes rap music so you can speak about J. Cole, Nas, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Kanye, Drake. Nah, leave me alone, okay?
Yeah.
I don't speak about rap at all in any shape or form. It's either sucker, it's either electronic music. If it's not that, don't talk to me about no rap music. I mean that. I don't play no games in my workplace. You're gonna respect me, let me do my work, or I will call you out. If I need to, I'll go to HR. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna get my respect as a black man. I don't give a damn anymore, bruv.
Yeah, I would always say, like, I'm listening to Hamasaki Ayumi. That's J-pop. And so people will be surprised in America, like, what the hell is this? And then in Japan, they're like, oh, Ayu-chan! You like Ayu-chan? Okay, cool. You're cool. So she was the number one performer for a number of years. At one point, I had all of her albums, to be honest. So I still have quite a number of her albums. I listen to it from time to time. If you're listening to that, like, I'm listening to music in Japanese. They don't know what the hell you're going on. They have no idea. Van Halen. There you go. Pink Floyd. Zeppelin. The Beatles. That's what you're listening to. I mean, you're just talking about traditional music with a beat. They're never going to mess with you if you're doing that.
Facts, absolute facts. Theo, over to you.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Hold on. Let's go to this one. Oh, okay. So I've actually had this one before. If you are a rather intelligent black man, there will be some people who give you pushback because they don't like that you're black and intelligent. I've had that happen more than once. I don't like it, but it's happened to me. If you're having that kind of situation, just look for another job, as far as I'm concerned. And you should always have, because our position, you should always have 2 jobs. But if you only have one, just update your LinkedIn and start getting out of it. You just go someplace else. The life is just too short. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But get used to it. There will be people who cannot handle you being a competent black man.
So you tell me you're just gonna leave the job and not fight back and not raise it up, like, and not, oh,
it's
wow.
not worth it. It's not even worth it, because that person's gonna think that way for whatever reason, and you could put that energy towards learning, Kubernetes, or I can finally finish machine learning in Python. I would rather be spending my energy there than fighting somebody where there's a zero-sum game inside the office. It just doesn't make sense to stay there. So just move someplace else.
Wow, it's probably you see what black men go through, intelligent black men. So on one hand, they're complaining about black men, being thugs, doing all this stuff, right, and not taking education seriously. Then when black men go to school and take it seriously, they have a problem with that. You see why I'm tired of the West? Do you see why we are tired of Western people and Western culture? I don't get. It doesn't matter what race they are. If you're from the West, I don't want you near me, because Western people are hypocrites. We have a smart black man here like Theo, right, who's accomplished, works hard, right, and he gets problems because he's smart, because he's competent. You see what we go through in the West, and that's why it's very important to have options. Invest well, have multiple jobs, have a great skill set that can get you jobs multiply. It's crazy, bro. Because in the workplace, right, there will be people that hate you that you're a smart black man. There will be people. How did he do it? Why is he so smart for a black man? A lot of people don't like us, brothers, because we're black and we're smart.
I'll say that if you work remotely, hatred towards you because you're black is less. It's much less. So I say remote is the answer, because it's really hard to do a sexual, it's hard to do a Me Too allegation, no false allegation against you, because you're at home. You don't even see the person, and you don't have to worry about drinking, and then your interaction with people who hate you is a lot less. Right, so you don't even have to care about it. So I think that's the best thing to do it. Just work remote.
Facts, bro, facts. And trolls will be blocked, so goodbye, super troll. So so over to me, right now, in the workplace, right, similar to the pro-black stuff, right, just because someone is not white doesn't mean they're your friends.
No.
Asian, Indian, Latino, just because they ain't white doesn't mean they're your friends. Okay, be very careful with them in the workplace. And I'm not saying all of them are bad, right? Let's not generalize here. But again, you need to vet people individually. Okay, and don't assume that, okay, he or she isn't white, they must be cool with me. Listen, a lot of people that are not white, okay, they want to be white, and they will do anything the white person says in the workplace, and that includes hating you if there's ritual towards you from a white group within the workplace. Okay, and it's mostly, from some Asians in the workplace. Okay, from what I hear in America, some of them in the workplace just don't like brothers for whatever odd reason, and they're not white. Indians too. So don't assume because they're not white that they're your friends off rip. Nah, bro. We ain't got no friends as straight black men in the West. Okay? Ain't that right, Theo?
Not really. I just want to say this. My closest friends I have in my life are in Japan. You'd be surprised about that. Westerners in Japan never had this viewpoint, because the problems that we all had with the Japanese were so great that we really couldn't afford to fight with each other. It just didn't make sense. So, like, my friends in Japan, I don't even care what race they are, because it was so hard to get friends there. They're still, again, so close. In the West, it's like a free for all. There's nothing really being built, and it's just destruction at all times, and destruction and destroying another people, some other group for your group's benefit or for your own personal benefit. I'm done with it. I can't continue doing this. I mean, there are some things I understood, but the level that it's at now is just unsustainable. So yeah, you just have to get out of the West, go to another country. I guarantee you guys, I've been working all over the world, in various countries. Many of you guys who are listening right now are either somewhat professional in IT or you're getting there. You go to Dubai as a professional black man, you're really not going to have a problem. They're going to embrace you. You go to Japan, Korea, you can do Korea to some degree. Taiwan, no problem. Taiwan, none at all. Philippines, man, they roll out the red carpet for you. Depending on your situation in China, you may or may not do well. Hong Kong, you'll definitely do well in Hong Kong. Thailand, man, it's not just as too easy, it's too perfect. So there are countries you can go to and work as a professional black man, and they won't give you that much trouble. I would say also Indonesia and Singapore are the same way. They will embrace you. I've worked in both those countries before. I say, guys, go for it. Go abroad. You will have a much better time working abroad, even if you're working remotely. But particularly if you work in that country, it's worth the experience. And then you're going to look back at the West and be like, man, what's wrong with you guys? Why are you so dysfunctional?
Put your mic up, please, because I'm hearing like your mic. I'm just hearing some.
Sorry. Here you go.
Much better, bro.
Okay.
Shout out to Mr. J Remo in the building. Shout out to you, brother. And brother, well done for obviously what you've achieved recently, brother. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Theo, mentor in the clouded fray. You lit the path, showed the way. Your wisdom glows as gold. Gratitude deep for all you bestowed and sold. Poetic.
Oh.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Jay. And I want to say it's impressive. I'm glad you've done what you've done. He's achieved a very good goal in the UK, and we all very much supporting him and very appreciative. And as I told the other guys in the group, we want you to be like the template for other black men in the UK, and hopefully they can get your situation. So we're really hoping for you guys in the UK. You guys are under fire. I don't know how you guys deal with it. I mean, it's kind of like you have a football match and you start like 0-6. Like, okay, let's start. Oh, there's 15 minutes left on the match. Okay, well, let's start. I mean, that's the way it is for you. I really, I don't know how you do it. It just seems just so inhuman. It just seems so bad. So I know America was bad, but you guys got it bad over there. So, oh well.
Then we'll be at the Matrix soon, brother. All right, Theo, do you have any last point before we start reacting?
No, it's been pretty good so far. I just say in the office, guys, get your skill set. What I always found is that the higher skill set that you have, I was talking to my students about red and blue oceans. If you have a high skill set and you're definitely in a blue ocean, suddenly you're not really a black man anymore. They don't care. So you want to get as far as blue ocean as you possibly can because your race is removed. If you're working red ocean, you are black. Like we're talking like slavery just ended yesterday kind of black. You want to stay away from red oceans as much as you possibly can.
Brother, I want to add on one more point here, right? And I want to make sure, right? Be careful of working class people, okay, in the workplace. people that are not upper class, middle class, people who are working class, be very careful of them, okay? In many cases, not all, but in many cases, they are jealous of black men in the workplace. When you work with working class people who don't come from, rich, rich areas like white people do, or they're lower class, they're not your friends. Okay, they're very ruthless in the workplace when it comes to promotions, when it comes to demeaning you. If they see you shining as a black man, working class people don't like it. Okay, be very careful there. Ain't that right, Theo?
I agree. Yeah, I totally 100% agree with it. So keep to yourself. Make sure you do your achievements. Do move out of the company. Don't stick around that long. Just get your job. Be like a mercenary. That's why I always say in America, I became a Mandalorian really quick in the job market. You want to be a Mandalorian almost from day one.
And I think it also applies very much to the UK. 'Cause obviously, UK a very class-based system, right? And when you work with a lot of lower, press a one in the live stream chat if you're from the UK right now. When you work with lower class people in the UK and they see you as a black man shining, getting a lot of praise, a lot of achievements, they don't like that. I've seen it many, many times. Okay, particularly amongst the working class people. Be very careful. Defend yourself. Watch your back. Take notes. Do your tickets. Record your tickets. Then your friends, and of course, bite back like a bulldog if they come for you. Okay, because it ain't no game out here in this world, bro.
Yep, I agree.
Ain't no game.
Yep.
All right, so let's start reacting. Shout out to Mr. Marley with the vibes for the support. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother. Much appreciate. Awesome. So let's react to some interesting clips from this week. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna present here. Pardon me, video file. Let's react to this one over here. Okay, interesting clip for this from this week.
Stuck in a forest with a man? Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary. With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
a bear.
I would say a man.
Wow. So brothers, I hope you just saw that. Actually, let me play one more time about the comment there, because I want you both to see what is going on in the West right here. The misandry, the hatred towards men. Before me and Theo take apart these comments here. One more time for the culture.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary. With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
a bear.
I would say a man.
Wow, Theo, you go there first, Theo. I know you got a lot to say, Theo.
Yeah, I've been having my fun with this today. I look at this. I look at the Western women and say, look, Western women, if you would rather be with a bear who does eat people raw, go right on ahead. I have no problem with that. In fact, what I suggest you do is you get some seasoning and you put it on yourself first, and you get some olive oil just to make sure that the bear is properly satisfied. And to make matters, to make that better situation even better, I'm going to send some barbecue sauce over to the bear to make sure the bear eats properly well. All right. So, if that's what you want, go right on ahead. And I want to say, ladies, I have no problems with this, because we're not out there to protect you in the first place. We're not out there to listen to you or to deal with your BS. So I know this is a ploy by you in order to get attention from men. That's it. That's all you're trying to do is get more attention. You're trying to show yourself as a victim, blah, blah, blah. And I'm calling you out and saying you're strong and independent. If you choose a bear, good. Deal with the bear. I'm not going to help you regarding the repercussions of that.
Theo, I think, right, the answers here show a greater symptom amongst the West, brother, right?
Mhm.
These women really don't like men. These women who live in the West, where it's very safe, where it's the most prosperous nation or area on earth, right, where they can work a full-time job, look after themselves, right, and they're still complaining. They're still complaining, Theo, about men this, men that. It's absurd, brother. And these are women that will go on to be HR directors, brother, directors, who are going to be managers, who will hire people, who look after people in hospitals. Can we trust them, brother, to look after men and hire men and treat men equally in the workplace? I don't think so, Theo. And the government isn't doing anything about this, brother. The powers that be ain't doing anything about this, brother. There's a whole generation of women that just hate men, Theo. No apparent reason. Brother, this is pure misandry, hatred towards men, Theo. And it is being sanctioned in broad daylight without any pushback, Theo. It's insane, bro.
To tell you the truth, at this point, I don't even care. To be honest, I mean, I guess I'm indifferent. To be honest, because again, I'm gonna move this conversation to Japan. So if I'm in Japan, right, and we ask the Japanese women, they're gonna say a person every single time. They're not gonna choose a bear unless it's a cute little bear, like a puppy. But outside of that, there's no way they're gonna choose. And nobody's gonna care what Western women think of Japan. They're just not. So they'll be invisible, and these women will hope that a bear will actually notice them. That would be the best date option they could possibly have, is a bear, because ain't no man checking for them in the first place. So, you want to be isolated, ladies, go right on ahead. Let them do it. I have no problem with this. Man.
Wow.
I know
brother.
what this is, just trying to get more attention from Western men, and we're done. We're not giving them more attention.
Insane, Theo. West is very safe. No one's bothering them. They're just being annoying, brother. And I think this is why we have to get our passports. There's no way you want to deal with a woman like this in any shape or form. Get your passport, become a passport bro, and leave these women to be by themselves in the West, brother. That's my point. Simple as that.
Yeah, there's really no.
And brother, so if you're right, brother, I bet you're right. These chicks, right, they choose the wrong men every single time. They choose Tyrone, Pookie, and Rere, and they never choose an educated brother who has the IT certs, who's hardworking, to be their boyfriend, and then they get screwed over by the Pookie and Rere, and now all men are trash. F this ish, man.
No, that's exactly. I agree with you, IP. That's it. Like, they keep on doing this. They keep on choosing these horrible men, and then turning around and saying, "Well, men should be better." And no matter what we choose, it's our fault, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you have to take responsibility for your actions. That's the way it is. You notice that I, in the West right now, don't have a problem with dating Western women. You want to know why? Because I don't date them. That's the decision. Done. Over. I don't have an issue. It's simple. So if they keep on dating these horrible men, and then what they do is they come to us as the cleanup guys and say, "Fix us." No, we're done. We're not fixing you. No, man. In fact, yo, Bear, come here, Bear. Oh, Western woman, come here. Here's some olive oil. Can I put some olive oil in? Okay, Bear, she's right here. Go for it. Yeah, you let her eat her. I don't care. Go on ahead. I'm just like, the only problem is that bears are an endangered species. There's not that many of them, so we don't want them to get too high of cholesterol from all the fat that the Western women have. So we got to be a little bit careful, right? Don't want to have maybe it needs to take a few days to eat her. Just be we want to think about the bear's diet. That's about all.
Get your passport, brothers. Get your passports. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to let me move this over here. Let's react to the next clip over here. Remove from studio. Shout out to Mr. Marcus P for the support. Thank you, brother. DEI has gone crazy in tech in the US. Apparently, it means all women are oppressed, and that's not true. Women are not oppressed in any shape or form in the West, and only women. It's comical to me when I see Indian women who, on average, earn more than white men say they're oppressed, brother. It's a scam, bro. It's a scam. Lord have mercy. You know.
I just done. I'm looking at them like, you guys are nuts. Like, it's, yeah.
Imagine a recruiter telling me, "Hey, IP, we want to hire you to fill in our DEI quotas as you're a black man." I'm gonna look at them. Are you insane? You're not hiring me for my qualifications and my intelligence, but because I'm only black. Theo, what would you do that happened to you, Theo?
I would look at them like they're weird. I've never had that issue because remember, like I would say 75% of the interviews I go to, they don't know I'm black.
Well, anyways, DEI is only for women and non-black people. It's not really for black people. The black people don't really benefit from DEI. It's mostly for women, and they're clamping down on that right now, which is good. Good.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is good, but it's just the politics of the situation is just so ridiculous. I'm just like, I'm done. Go to the bear ladies. It's fine. I'm gonna sit here and read Python in basic and visual C++. There you go. I'm gonna read some old school books.
Okay, let's react to Mr. Austin Holman.
Okay. Oh, this will be good.
In my opinion, Brazil is, in my opinion, more racist than the United States. Okay, I've said this 1,000 times. Black people are not in the newspaper. They're not on TV. They're not in the federal government. It's a lot harder for black people to get basic. Go to Brazil and see how many black people you meet that have cars. See how many black people live outside of the ghetto. And that's in the United States too, right? But we still have middle classes. Like where I'm at right now is a middle class area that's majority black. Usually in Brazil, it's not going to be middle class and majority black. It's going to be super low class and majority black. So again, it sounds like you haven't been too many places. I've been a lot of places now, so that's why I know what I'm talking about. Brazil is more racist than the United States, and they have the same police brutality killings, if not worse. In 2020, the state of Rio had more, the state by itself, one state out of all the states in Brazil, had more police brutality killings than the entire United States.
Theo, is Brazil more racist than hold on, sorry, Theo, is Brazil more racist than the United States?
It matters where you go and how you conduct yourself. So, I've talked with other Brazilians about this, and they agree that there is an issue with racism in Brazil. It's directed towards their own population, their own Brazilian population. Now, to be honest, you as a black Western man will be very popular there, and you can get a girlfriend there and a wife there very easily, and they're going to enjoy you a lot. They're going to really like you. But their domestic black population faces some issue. So
okay. Yeah. So, brother, how would they know that I'm not black Brazilian? I'm a dark-skinned brother, Theo, and
it's obvious.
If you were to see me, brother, brother, if you were to see me walking down the street, brother, just like a Brazilian, you'd think that okay.
No, we know you're Western. No, you're so tall. I'm 6 feet tall, 183 centimeters. They know I'm Western automatically. I got fat on me. They know I'm Western. And it's just the way it is. They know who you are. They know where you're at. They can tell if you're Western or not. It's very obvious. This is why I say that I make the difference between being a black Brazilian and a black Westerner. There's a big difference in the way that you're treated. I personally would say that if you do marry a Brazilian, make sure you're kind of living in a more upscale environment. because you're not going to have that many racism problems there. But if you're living in the slums, oh yeah, you're going to get it full head on. It's going to come at you.
Okay, so but Brazil is a racist country and more racist than America in 2024 overall.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I understand what Austin is saying, but I would not. I personally wouldn't say that, especially because of just how easy it was for me to date quality Brazilian women in 2 years ago. So I would not say that it was like that. No.
Okay, brother. I mean, I'm interested in Brazilian, Japanese chicks and Afro Latinas. I hope they won't be racist towards me, Theo, as a dark skinned brother.
No, yeah,
okay.
you're gonna be just fine. I would. He's deep in the culture. What he is doing, I understand what he is doing. He's really deep in the culture. He's really seeing how the people really act and how things really go on there. And there is a dark side to Brazil. I would definitely agree with that. But at the same time, my goodness, it's amazing how many Brazilian women want to date a dark Western man. There's quite a number. And so that's not going to be an issue for you. So again, he's saying this, right? How many women did he sleep with in Brazil? Quite a number. He was quite popular there. So you can't really say that. It's hard to say that, oh yeah, they're like this, but by the way, they get to my bedroom as fast as they can. I mean, come on. It's not like I'm, in the States, Becky isn't necessarily, you have to think, like, am I going to get lynched by this chica? Is this going to be an issue? You don't have to worry about that in Brazil. No. So, yeah, yes, they do have some issues with racism. I would say that. It's more towards their domestic population. If you look at the history of it, they have carried out government measures to basically make black men extinct. That's how it is. But at the same time, it's amazing how easy it is to date the women there once we go.
Awesome. Great breakdown. Thank you very much. Okay, so next clip to react to. Okay, we're from studio.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a very interesting one. Video file. And it's Theo's favorite woman, as you know.
And Japanese are going.
Hold on. Let me remove the banner. Look at that smile on Theo's face. He loves his Japanese chicks, huh? He loves his Japanese women. All right, so let's go here.
Japanese are going extinct, and there's only one thing you can do to help us, and it is go out there and start producing with Japanese. Because we are going extinct, Japanese are getting rarer. I know this is not the best site that you're looking at, but it might be your last time that you're looking at real Japanese girl on TikTok. So yeah, come to Japan and help us, please.
One more time for the culture.
Japanese are going extinct, and there's only one thing you can do to help us, and it is go out there and start producing with Japanese. Because we are going extinct, Japanese are getting rarer. I know this is not the best site that you're looking at, but it might be your last time that you're looking at real Japanese girl on TikTok. So yeah, come to Japan and help us, please.
Theo, I got an idea, Theo, right? Because this woman is obviously she's calling out for passport bros to come over there to Japan.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
And impregnate many Japanese chicks, brother, as passport bros. So, but I got an idea, right? I want to get 1 million black men, Theo, from UK, America, Canada, Africa, Australia, and get them over to Japan, brother, and impregnate 1 million Japanese chicks, brother, and save the Japanese population, Theo. Theo, is that possible, Theo? Can we help this woman over here by saving them, by getting 1 million black men over to Japan, Theo? Break it down, Theo.
I need to go talk to Japanese women to say, don't say this kind of stuff, or else 1 million black men are going to be on the airplane. Was this in your look? Not a million. Like a few, yes. I'd say black guys get your jobs, work remote, make Japan a consideration. That's it. I would say more Thailand and the Philippines, but Japan is also there. Do what you can, okay? Oh my goodness. IP, please. When she was saying this, I was like, oh great, IP's gonna want a million black women on the airplanes. They don't even have enough. They don't have enough like hotel. I don't know, say like apartment space to take us all in there. That's for sure. Do what you can. I was just talking to BGS Igmore today about what kind of woman I should marry, and even he said that I should marry a Japanese woman.
God.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it today, so it was pretty good advice of what he was saying. One more. Yes, people in the chat. Yes, Japan does have a population problems in decline, so they actually need to make more babies. It's a thing. So it's another reason why you don't get real problems if you're married to a Japanese woman in Japan. You're making babies because they're like, good, make babies, please make babies. So
Theo, that brother you mentioned wants you to marry a Japanese woman, Theo. Brother, what are the benefits, brother, in marrying a Japanese woman, brother, in 2024? And keep it stacked, Theo.
it's the same as 50 years ago. I mean, they're still Japanese. They're still the same. They haven't changed that much. They're just a little taller, a little bit more bosomist. That's about all. I mean, there's some good benefits. I'll say this: they're really great mothers. They're phenomenal mothers. So I've always stated I would love my child to be, raised by a Japanese woman. I would be in ecstasy if that happened. I'd be thrilled. Guys, go for it. You know, if you want to do Japan, do Japan.
Awesome. So Theo, they raise kids very well, Japanese women, to become productive members of society, education, and achieving great things, right? Japanese mothers.
Yeah. Japanese mothers are phenomenal mothers. I'll say that. They're very, very, very good. And they're great. The problem is that they can do nothing for the husband. They can forget that they're also, a sexual woman inside the house. They need to remember that. So, yeah, I don't know. Kind of goes back and forth. We'll see how this goes when I go back.
Awesome. I can't wait for y'all to see your dime Japanese chica. I know it's not happening for you. Okay, awesome. Now, or maybe half black, half Japanese Brazilian. I don't know, but we shall see.
I have no idea. I was just thinking about this today. Like, what am I going to do? The first thing I do, I get back, and I'm like, I'm just going to eat sushi all day long. That's it. I'm going to eat sushi, take a walk, eat sushi again, take a walk, eat more sushi, take a walk. That's it. I'm going to be eating sushi constantly, for 2 weeks.
You've not been there in 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Flipping heck, that's a long time, bro. Damn.
I know. But I had to recover. I had to recover from everything. Go ahead. You got super chat.
Shout out to Eric Power for the support. Appreciate you, Eric. Theo, how to get in touch with you for consultation?
It matters what kind of consultation you want. So, I mean, if you want a paid consultation, then you just go to blackmanosphere.org and you can get a half hour of my time there. But to be honest, the best thing to do is just go to blackmanosphere.org, sign up for the Azure DevOps course. Then you join my group for the registration group, and then you can talk to me there. Because I talk to all the students. So it just become one of my students. I don't like it in particular when somebody pays for a consult with me. a consultation with me is $500. So if you pay $500 for a consult with me and then you don't take my course, I feel really bad because my course is only $350. So $350. So I'm like, you could have saved $150 and done 6 months to a year in my course and gotten a job. Instead, you just gave me $500. I don't need, like, I'm rich already. I don't need that. You're not winning. So just enroll for the course and do it that way.
Thank you, Theo. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Nasty Time for the support. When is Theo's next course and how do I sign up? Over to you, Theo.
The next course is September 10th. It starts after the conclave, so you have to attend the conclave, either the Black Manosphere conclave. You have to either be there on site or remote. I make it that you have to do it this way so that we can actually talk to you. The people who attend the conclave are more likely to pass the course. And it's not, the way I measure success is not cash flow. It's the amount of Black men who actually get jobs. So if you're not getting a job afterwards, I'm not really that happy. So if you actually attend the conclave and put in the work, it's more likely that you're going to pass my course and get a job. That's what I want. I want you to get a job. I want you to be making 6 figures in tech. So you have to go to the Black Manosphere, what is it? blackmanosphere.org. You just go ahead and Google that and then look at the registration, all that kind of stuff there.
Thank you, Theo. Okay, so let's react to the next clip. Present video file. Let's react to this one over here, Theo. Okay, hold on. Let's react to this one over here. This one.
You know, when they tell you that being single at 30 is the scariest thing in the entire world, this is what it could look like for you. It could be a Friday evening and you are by yourself with your dog, he's out there, in a brand new city, watching the sunset go down with a hot cup of tea in your hand. No kids to worry about, no husband to worry about. Just you, your dog, your tea, and the sunset. That is what you have to fear, kids. If you're single by the time you're 30, that is what you have to fear. Life could look like this. I know it sounds horrible. They really have us out here believing that life without a man is somehow scary and horrible and not fucking beautiful. And while I would love a partnership someday that enhances my life on my own, it is absolutely magic.
Wow. So cope. Another woman who's coping, you know, in regards to, you know, being single, being almost 30 and single as a woman. She doesn't look almost 30. She looks more than 30. She looks 40 if I'm keeping it stack. But aside from that, right, these women are coping, Phil, you know. They're making up lies that they're happy about a man, that they're dog moms. Inside, you want a man. You're a human being. You are a human being. Okay, especially you're a woman too. Women require companionship, social settings. They need a man. They want a man. Okay, so I don't know what happened with her. Maybe her requirements are too high. 6'5", 8-pack, 6 businesses. You know, basically be Bruce Wayne in real life. Not a lot of guys are like that, and if they are like that, they're dating 21-year-olds and not women who are almost 30. So keep coping. Keep coping. When you're 50, when you're 60. You're going to look back and wish that, hey, maybe you should have put more effort into finding a man. Break it down for us, Theo.
That was good. That was well stated. I think that was well done. I agree with you. She does not look like almost 30. She looks 40. Straight out. I mean, she does not look like she's younger than that. She looks like a woman who has been around the block more than once. She went through the wall and the wall fell on her. And she's still on the carousel. She's still on the CC. She's still riding it pretty hard. And this isn't going to stop. And now she's trying to sell this idea to other women. You ever notice that older men like myself, we never make videos like this? It's because older single men are actually happy with their lives. We don't have to make a video. We're just like, hey, cool. That's it. It's the reason why men know that women are suffering single is because women say it themselves. And then they have this copium coming on and they're trying to convince themselves that they're not actually suffering when we know they are. They keep on saying it, and then they'll come up to us privately and cry or something like that. I don't have a man. I don't have protection. I feel lonely. I don't have anyone. What about my retirement? That's how they talk like that all the time. And as you grow older, you hear it so many times. You're just like, stop. I'm done. I can only listen to your BS every once in a while. Look, you played the game and you found out. You decided to be single, and now you get cats and box wine. That's the way the system works. And I don't care. These are the women who deserve bears. Check, have a bear. Get a bear. Get the bear. The bear can sit next to him. Like, why should a man be next to a 40-year-old woman like this with expiring eggs? You get a hot younger chicken. Why be with this? Get a bear. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Facts. Absolute facts, man. They're going to keep coping, but we're going to be out there abroad with 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, etc., with real, natural, feminine, submissive women. Let these women do what they want in the West. It's over for them. So next one to react to, okay, present video file. Let's react to this one over here.
Last night I went out with a couple.
Hold on. Remove the banner in front of her face. Do you hear that? Do you hear that noise in the background?
How now?
Hear it? Did you hear it before?
No.
Like someone screaming? Okay.
Oh no, I heard somebody talking. Yeah.
Yeah, someone screaming, right?
Yeah.
So you heard it. I don't know what that was. Flipping heck.
No, it's just a woman talking. She wasn't screaming.
Okay.
Last night I went out with a couple friends and we were sitting outside watching a concert, and we were just talking about how men never approach women. And I get it. It's nerve-wracking. It's uncomfortable. It could be like severe rejection, all these things. But it's frustrating when it feels like women have to do all of the work.
Aww.
So there was a couple guys that were clearly looking at us, and we decided to do a little experiment. So one of my friends, she went to the bathroom, and on her way back, she decided to stand like 10 feet from them. She's not going to approach them, but she's going to stand 10 feet from them all alone. And you're talking outdoors, concert. And she is just, in fact, I forgot that she was doing this experiment, and the look on her face looked like she was lost. So I was like, hey, we're over here. But I was like, oh yeah, we're doing this experiment. So she definitely looked approachable, almost looked like she needed help. And then she was just casually enjoying the music, even looks back at them. All the while, my other friend and I are watching, and these guys are like gawking at her, just nonstop staring at her. And she stands there for at least 10 minutes doing this dancing and within 10 feet. And not once did they approach her. Not once.
Damn. Not once, not twice, not thrice, not four times. Why is that, Theo? Brother, why are men not approaching women in the West anymore, Theo? Even though women are clearly giving a signal, if we call that a signal. Break it down for us, Theo.
Because of the situation that women have created, whereby they call men creeps, dangerous, blah, 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 if they make an attempt. So the men are wised up and not made any attempt, especially if they recording it. They don't know if there's a camera somewhere, so they're not going to even record. This is smart. I say what they need to do is bring the snow bunny and these Western men to Japan. And also the same way, these Western men will not be approaching her at all. That's because they have options. and they're going to have these Japanese women around, and they will be approaching Japanese women all day, all night, and they're going to be like, wow, this is so great to talk to Japanese women. And then they're going to forget that these Western women exist. The only reason why she's making this video is because the Western men were looking at her. They were giving energy towards her. And then she wanted more. No. Guys, don't even look at them. That's too much. Don't even look. Go to Japan, go to another country, Brazil, Colombia, go someplace else. Then why are you just looking at the woman? Just go talk to her. What's she going to do to you? Nothing. She's going to be happy that you're talking to her. So just go and talk to her. Have a great time. Have a great date. Enjoy life. And then these women will be talking about why their cats aren't looking at them, why their cats aren't giving them love anymore. And then they'll die alone as they deserve.
Facts. Don't approach the West brothers. Don't date. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. Avoid them as much as possible. This just shows you the mental state of the Western woman, where they tell you for many years, don't approach us, don't catcall us, don't make moves on us. We don't want that. Fast forward many years later, why aren't you doing that? Why are you looking at me? Why are you coming up towards me? So you don't want a woman in your life that flip-flops all the time, because that's dangerous. You don't want that. One way she thinks one way, the other way she thinks another way. Western women always do that. They are emotionally unstable. Don't date a Western woman, and don't marry a Western woman in any shape or form. Don't do it. Go on. You're mute.
I can't agree with you even more. Like I just totally agree with you. The thing that I always thought was funny was that sometimes we would talk to Western women in Tokyo because we knew they were lonely. So we just talked. They couldn't do anything. They don't have any power, right? So they're like us. We don't have any power either. So we're actually like just talking to each other. And they would admit how lonely they were. And it wasn't that they wanted a man to smash them. They wanted a man just to hold their hands. And they couldn't even get that. And I was like, well, that's really nice. You're actually talking in a human level. If you had behaved this way back in the West, maybe there wouldn't be so many of these men in Japan in the first place. But you acted the way you did, and now you have to suffer the consequences of your actions. This is the way it is. So, men, get on the airplane, leave. Remember, these women would rather choose a bear than you. So get on the airplane. Leave them behind. Don't do anything with them.
Facts. Great breakdown there, Theo. Fantastic. Awesome. Right, so next one. Present video file. Okay, so let's react to this one over here.
Potential.
Oh dear,
I don't care about a man's potential at all. I don't care about a man's potential at all. I don't. I care about his productivity, because now you wake up with the man in his boxers on your couch in your refrigerator scratching his balls, talking about when his dinner ready, and he don't even know how much your rent is. Right. There's no way. I don't play sleepovers. I don't play house. I don't do none of that. That's not my shit. I don't play those type of games. There's no way a man is sleeping up comfortably or even coming over talking about something. I want to chill. My house is not an entertainment system, baby. That's not what we doing. You want to take me out, court me properly, date me properly, and I'm not a virgin. Let me tell you, it's harder to get my pussy now than it was then. You should have hit it then when I was open and I was naive and I was ready for everything. And I didn't know my worth. But now here I am, and I'm a girl with depth, with substance, with coof. There's no way I'm even allowing a man to even know where I live at until he done proved himself. You don't even get the address. You don't even get the address. And this is what I be talking about. Women take things so lightly and men don't. So let's just go back to the narrative saying like a man wants you all in, and he wants you all in, and he's not all in because he's waiting for you to prove yourself. Because women give it up too easy.
You just heard this woman, right, saying that she will never date a man with potential. Okay. very masculine in her energy, but the key point here, she won't date a man with potential. She wants a finished product. And that's a problem here with these Western chicks, right? That's a problem here with these Western chicks. Okay? They don't truly love you like that. What can you give for me? Give me. Money, resources, money, resources, money, resources, money, resources. So if you're working towards a goal, right, don't come near her. Don't come near a Western woman. But brothers, they're letting you know, mask off. And that's word to future, right? They're letting you know, brothers. So what are you going to do? Get your passport and not do with these Western women in any shape or form. Most men are not born in this world perfect. Men have to work towards their goals and objectives. That's why as IT bros, passport bros, we do IT certs. We're studying Python, you're learning Python, etc., etc. I'm teaching you Python. You want to build yourself up bit by bit. Theo teaches you AWS cloud, right? So you're not the finished product yet, but you're working towards it. And Western women, when they hear you working towards something, ew, don't come near me. Come to me when you're a millionaire. Theo, get your passport, brothers, man. Break it down for us, Theo.
I agree with you, IP. I totally agree. And this is an example of a Western woman who's going to be increasing in popularity over the next few decades. It's because the only access she has to men is with pookies. She's a low-level woman talking about her experience with low-level men. And it's because men of value will avoid her at all costs. She's ratchet. She has no value. She's from the streets. And any man who has any value knows to avoid her at all times, at all costs. So she's complaining because all these pookies are just trying to, stay at her place, get her munchies, and hit it and quit it. She doesn't like that. She made her decisions. Now she's living with them. This kind of woman I have no mercy for. I don't care. And they tend to be strains on the social system because they make 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. They don't even know who the father is. And they need more, welfare in order to stay alive. And I don't even care about them. Guys, you go to another country, again, Japan, Brazil, Colombia, Ukraine, Thailand, Tanzania, something like that. Morocco, you're never going to meet a woman like this at all. First off, you're going to have a job in IT, and you're going to be having good money remote. You're going to be in places this woman can't even be in. She can't afford it. And you're going to be meeting much higher caliber women who are going to treat you and respect you well. And with them, you can make a decent family. That's where you're going. This woman that you see here, Passport Bros, this is the past. This is something you're leaving behind. This is the used broken Ford in the used the used junkyard that you have no desire for anymore because you can afford the new Bentley, the new BMW, and you don't even have to consider a fixer-upper. So whatever she's saying, don't even care about it. She's not even on your level. You're not going to talk to her. Leave her be.
Facts, absolute facts. Leave her be. Get your passport, brothers, and don't look back. Don't you ever look back and achieve and chase freedom. Okay, so next one to react to. Okay, present video file. Now let's react to this one over here.
You don't have girls. Are you saying now that you don't have girls as friends? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, platonic female friends? Absolutely not. No.
You don't at all?
No. What ends up happening a lot of times when you have female friends is you end up being her emotional tampon. You end up being her solution provider. You end up being her masculine energy. You end up being a lot of boyfriend traits to that girl, inevitably, because it's just a male instinct, right? They've done this too. Why did women not be allowed in the military infantry for so long? Because men have a natural provider, protector instinct. When a woman is, getting attacked in combat or whatever, men are going to spring to action to try to help her and compromise the unit. So this is why women have been kept out of infantry and combat position for so long. So I say all that to say this. If you end up as a friend with a female you're inevitably going to take on boyfriend traits whether you want to or not naturally. But her end, she's not necessarily obligated to give you any type of sexual access. So what's happening is it's a one-sided relationship, which a lot of girls that are, put guys in the friend zone, they're able to benefit and get the benefits without the guy getting what he wants. All of you guys right now probably have at least 1 or 2 guys that's in the friend zone that would hook up with you in an instant if you called them, but you would never hook up with them. But you're still able to siphon off benefit from them. Men, we don't get it that way. So I look at it like, from a logically sound perspective, am I going to be friends with a female when I know for a fact I'm not going to get any type of reciprocation? And then on top of that, it's someone that can't identify with my masculine problems. It's an L for me altogether.
And that's why. Another reason why men don't want their girlfriend or wife with the boy best friend.
Thank you.
Break it down first, Theo. What's your thoughts on that comment there?
I totally agree with Myron. Myron did a great job there. I just want to tell you guys, before I took the Crimson Capsule, I had a lot of female friends. And what I noticed over the years was that I was being used as an emotional tampon. This is very much true. And almost all the relationships were one-sided. It was me operating as their virtual boyfriend and giving resources to them, but I wasn't getting really anything in return for it. And when I took the Crimson Capsule, I removed almost all of my female friends. The only ones I kept around were the ones that I grew up with, because that's a different category if I grew up with them. I had no regrets. I didn't lose anything. In fact, I had more resources, and that helped get my salary from, $23,000 a year to over $500,000 a year in under 10 years. So I say, guys, there's no reason to have a female friend unless she's historical, somebody you've known for a long time from your childhood. For the most part, they use this as the male friend as a way to siphon off resources and to have him acting as a quasi boyfriend without her having to give anything up for it. That's their motivation. Don't do it. That's why I say, like, right now, women are having problems, being lonely and stuff. I'm like, hey, look, you chose the bear. I don't care. You chose that. You chose not to have a man in your life. You chose not to have somebody close, and then you're just trying to string along all these men around. I don't do that. I don't do the string along. No, man. You're either my girlfriend or you're somebody I don't know. That's it.
Thanks there, brother. I personally don't believe that many women can be friends. I think it's impossible. I don't think many women can be friends like that. That's why I have problems, with a woman having male friends, because it's just not going to work. He wants to smash you, using him for emotional baggage, and to siphon off your emotions on. It ain't gonna work. So I'm not going to accept that, and I don't think any man should accept their girlfriend or wife having male friends. It's just not happening. You're speaking facts there, Theo. He's speaking facts. Men and women can't be friends. Okay? And if a woman is constantly messaging you for emotional support, her man did that, her man did that, tell her, listen, I'm not your man. Go to him and sort it out. If she keeps messaging you, block her. Don't let them waste your time, brothers. 2024, we ain't letting no chick waste our time. Ain't that right, Theo?
I totally agree with you. We're just not here to waste time like that. We have other things to do. The female friend does not care about your goals, ambitions in life. Your female friend does not care if you got laid or not. She doesn't care. But she does care that you're listening to her ramble on. So you are the emotional tampon. That's it. Guys, you got to get out of that. You just do. Even though I got to admit, for me, sometimes it was interesting what they were saying, and I was learning a lot from them. But what I was learning a lot was how badly they made decisions. It was horrible, and then they wanted a lot of emotional support to go out and make another bad decision, and they always made more bad decisions. And why would you waste your time on that when you can put your time towards your own goals and make great decisions there and actually advance your life? Do that, guys.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Okay, remove from studio. We've got 10 more minutes left before Theo drops off. Let's react to another one over here. So let's react to this one over here.
Is the
shout out to Ramel for sending this clip over to me, and a few others. Shout out to you, Ramel.
The movement of feminism is the ultimate example of not choosing your enemies wisely. You chose men as being the enemy. 40 years later, 50 years later, you're 65 years old, single, not married, no kids. You're living in an apartment or a condo with a dog or a cat. That's all you ever talk about. And you're lonely and you're sitting there saying, I was wrong. Men are not the enemy. But guess what? That movement stole 50 years of your life. And how painful that is.
Damn. He broke it down very, very well. Feminism doesn't benefit women in 2024. It is a scam movement. So feminism, right, the main goal for it is to get women in the workplace, to tax them, obviously, and to keep them in the system for the ruling class and the elites. And women still won't see through the facade. You know, they still won't see how feminism is a scam. So it's all that time being boss independent babes, living that SEX in a city lifestyle, throwing their box around, you know, having dogs, having condos, traveling all around to Dubai. And you know what, Theo? As we all know, brother, time waits for no person. Time waits for no one. Before you know it, time goes by. 5 years goes by. 10 years goes by. 15 years, 20 years. And you're wondering, where did all the time go? Where did all the time go? Now, when you're 40, 45, you get left behind, because every day a woman, Theo, turns 21. She's hot, she's young, and you're old, you're a hag. You get put to the side and you get forgotten. Let's keep it a stack. Go on, Theo.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this. Like, basically, what I always say is, like 35 is the wall, and 40 is the great silence. And if women aren't married with children, or they'll have children by the time they're 40 years old, the likelihood of them having it is about the likelihood I'll turn white. It's possible, but it's really unlikely. And they just disappear. That's it. I always say to feminism, you know, you need to understand where you're going in life and what your goal is. So us, of course, you know, we're black men in our side, and we have a history of slavery, and we have a history of, you know, trying to get our rights and freedom and blah, blah, blah. But in the end, we never turned around and said that white people were our enemy. We knew we had to live within a white system, and we're like, okay, and we're cool with it. We're like, okay, we don't have a problem with it. We're not going to go back. Most of us aren't going to go back to Africa. We're going to stay right where we were born, which is in the West, unless we're passport bros. So it goes go to Japan. So, like, basically, we can still work with white people, right? It's not that bad of that big of an issue. Whereas with feminism, what they have done is so egregious that it's making women single and not have any family. It's destroying their ability to reproduce. And the one thing, and last comment before I give it over to you, I've always said feminism killed more white people than any other war did, because it got women to stop reproducing, and it's basically producing an annihilation of educated white masses, because they're not reproducing. And where you should have a woman who has like a master's degree being a wonderful asset to a family, 4 or 5 kids, and the kids are all educated, and we're having like hyper productivity, and you know the kids are all going to space program and they're scientists and everything. Instead, what you have are educated women, yes, who do nothing for the family, don't reproduce, and say that they're victims. and that men are a total problem, blah, 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 blah. What can we do? What can
Facts.
they do? Yeah.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Great breakdown there. Shout out to Mr. Shout out to Mr. Tensuke for the support. Appreciate you, brother, for the support. Proverbs 30:20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and she wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Just look at how they're smiling while Myron experienced degeneracy. Facts, bro. Facts. It's a shame.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
It is a shame. It's a big problem. It's just a really, and they're not. You can see the expression on their faces. They know what's going on, and then they just go back to the sisterhood. This is why the passport is the ultimate solution. Because then, okay, they can be smug alone. We're going to be off producing something. We're not going to be able to produce anything with them. Not going to happen. So get your passport, leave.
Facts, bro. Facts. Shout to Mr. Mashimo TV for the support. Great stream, guys. Salute.
Machismo.
Didn't I say that? What did I say?
Almost. You almost said it.
Machismo
TV. Yeah.
Machismo TV for the support. Great stream, guys. Salute, Sensei Theo. Thank you both for the support. Much appreciated. Can I get more small super chats, brothers? Some more likes. Support the channel. Support the movement.
Again, he has a great stream at night. He's usually for the third shifters. Sometimes I watch him, sometimes go to sleep watching him. He has like 6 and 7 hour streams. It's actually his. Sorry about last Friday. I will be on again. I will come back on there. But I have my medication issue, so I kind of fell apart Friday. Sorry about it. I will come back on. But again, great stream, guys. I like your channel quite a lot.
So we got 3 more to go through. Okay.
Sure.
Now let's react to this one over here.
That's the Chinese.
So to give you context here, in Nigeria, okay, a bunch of Chinese people didn't allow black people and Nigerians into a Chinese shop in their own country. Let's look at the clip and let's react to it, because I'm not happy here in regards to this happening to a black country. Let's break it down.
This is the building. That's the Chinese restaurant. Chinese supermarket. That's it here. So
This January they stop. That they stop Nigerians to enter the supermarket.
Why? What's happening?
They're getting written notice. They're getting approval from government. They're getting anything where make them bring that decision.
That's what they know since January.
But before January, people they enter.
Before January,
Nigerians they come inside before.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. My name is ASG. Currently, we are at the Chinese Chamber, Airport Road, Abuja. So I am up to 3 or 4 here. So we are not allowed to enter the Chinese supermarket. So it's not a joke, it's not a lie. We're there Abuja right now, we did the place now. Show the environment.
That's the place, that's the building. So apparently,
So you're telling me, right, you got a bunch of Chinese people that came to an African country called Nigeria, right? they set up shop there in the capital city called Abuja, okay? And they're telling black Nigerians, you can't come into my shop because you're not Chinese, you're black, you're Nigerian. That is utterly disrespectful. Can you imagine a bunch of black people doing that to Chinese people in China and telling Chinese people in China, you can't come into my shop because you're Chinese in their own country? Theo, I don't know what's going on here, Theo, but I am tired of the disrespect that black people get worldwide, brother. This is just awful, disgusting. This is downright shameful, brother. 2 questions here. Why do Chinese people, right? No, I'm not saying all, but why do a lot of them don't like black people? And number 2, how did we get to a point where people can disrespect black people like that on that kind of basis, brother? What's your thoughts here, brother? Break it down.
This kind of stuff happened to me with Japanese bookstores in Chicago. That's what I want to say this. Back in the day, yeah. So I remember I was 23 years old and I was trying to get some Japanese study materials and book and food at a bookstore. So they have like senbei and other snacks. I'm pretty sure it's Kinokuniya. I was at. Pretty sure it's Kinokuniya. It may not have been. It might be the other one, but I'm pretty sure it's Kinokuniya. And when I went in there, at first they didn't want to let me in, and then when they did let me in, there was a security guard like following me, kind of like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. So I had somebody watching me the entire time, and I didn't care, to be honest with you. I got my books. I got some really good books while I was there, and got some Japanese food. And they're like, "Wow, you're just here to buy stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And then I left. They had some other experience, and that's what happened. Nigerians couldn't do this in China because you really don't have the right to own your property in China. So it's actually owned by the state, even if you own it, but it's not really you owning it. It's like actually the state owning it. So the Nigerians pulled this crap in China. The Chinese would just burn their place down. That'd be done. So you have some uppity Chinese in Nigeria dissing Nigerians, and they think they can get away with it. I think Nigerians should take issue with this and tell them either you allow us to come into your store, or we'll burn your building down too. I think that's acceptable, and they shouldn't accept any kind of bad treatment. We like Chinese food. Yeah, that's fine. I know when I try to go into a Japanese store now, of course I speak fluent Japanese now, right? So when I come in, I'm only speaking in Japanese. I don't speak a word of English. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we know who you are." So they never give me this crap anymore. I'm like, okay, you're Japanese, it's fine, do what you want. But they do keep an eye on black people. I know that.
Okay, black people shouldn't take that at all, particularly in their own country. It's not acceptable. So African people, please get your ish together. Caribbean people too, build your country up and stop allowing the disrespect. It's not flying, bruv. It can't be like this, man. Please. It's not a good look in any shape or form. All right, so next one to react to. I've got two more. So this one over here, Theo. Okay. What's your thoughts here?
Of beauty, obviously. And like younger women because of beauty, obviously, fertility, this, that. And you guys gave like a flurry of a million reasons why they like younger women.
Mhm.
But I feel like the average guy likes younger women just because they don't have cellulite, or they are just hotter. Like there is no deeper meaning, because every single comment or every single thing I read or watch, it's literally just because they don't like aging on women. Like they don't like women aging. I feel like it is a lot more superficial than as deep as you guys think it goes.
Well, so that depends. Like just like how you expect a man to make you fall in love, women need to know how to do their due diligence and convince a man to fall in love. So this is the problem with women never doing any femininity self-work, is a woman doesn't know how to actually make a man fall in love.
Picking out first, Phil, what's your thoughts on her comment there about men liking a woman? Why is that?
I agree with him on this one. This is very true. What the woman is actually complaining about is her lack of access to men due to their preferences for age. Okay, so men complain about lack of access to women due to height. That also happens. And due to money, or due to not having the correct shoes or correct belt, or who knows whatever criteria a woman has. I always say this to the women is like, look, honey, it's very easy. It's about fertility. If a man wants children, he's going to want a younger woman. It's the way it is. And that's particularly if he wants kids with you. If a guy does not want children, he doesn't care how old you are. He'll smash and trash and then leave you. It's the way it is. It's just speaking honestly. So I think women should take that as a clue. If the guy is thinking about age, he's probably thinking about fertility or children, something different. But if he's not thinking about age at all, nah, man, He's just thinking about getting his freak on with you. Those are the guys who really just want to use the woman.
Facts. Great breakdown, brother. Couldn't have said it better myself. Great breakdown. You had a great point there. The guy did in the video as well. Fantastic breakdown there. But I do encourage passport bros when they go abroad to always go after young women. Because why would you be 45, right? Why would you be 40 dating a 4-year-old woman? Why? Why would you do that?
Why?
Come on.
Okay. Well, see, the only reason you would do it is if say the guy has stopped having children, and like, so he has enough children, and then he's not looking for a woman to have children with. He just wants companionship and some, pump and grind. That's about it. Right? Oh, I mean, if that's all he wants, that 40-year-old man with a 40-year-old woman kind of makes sense, right? But that's the only thing. A woman who's 40 years old can't offer children on the table. That's gone. That's actually dangerous for her to do. Or there's gonna be a lot of IVF going on. And it's not worth it. Whereas like a woman like her, you're seeing right now, she looks what, 23, 24, something like that? I mean, she looks young. She puts fertility front and center. She's like, I can have your kids. That's the first thing she puts on the table. It's even if she does it or not, it's unconscious. It's there. The fertility is right there. You can't deny it. So she's in a different negotiating class, or a woman who's 40 years old cannot negotiate like that at all.
It's
Impossible.
Not even that, right? It's not even her being 40, right? It's the fact that, brother, right? You're a 4-year-old man, right? You should be with a 25-year-old chick, 26-year-old. Even 30 if you're 40, 23, 24, don't go for a 4-year-old woman. Don't do it in any shape or form. There's no reason why you should be going for it.
No.
Especially if you're a man in IT, you have your ish together, you're well groomed, you're in a suit, you're a high value man. Go for a 25-year-old, bro. Fuck you mean 4-year-old chick, bruv.
I always say to you guys again who are listening, who are in our IT classes, you should be dating at least 15 years younger than your actual age. So if you're 35, start with a 20-year-old. That usually makes sense, and it's very achievable abroad. And as long as you're not a womanizer, you could have a great time.
Awesome. So last one before we let Theo go. Remove from studio. This one will be here. Present video file. Okay, so let's react to our favorite guest over here. Awesome in the building.
What you want.
Oh, Keisha.
This is supposed to be the part of what you want.
What do you mean?
Like the question is, because in the deal breakers, you could say, I don't want a disrespectful woman. This question is, what kind of woman are you looking for? So I guess the good qualities that you desire should be your answers.
Like I said, how she talks to the man, he's respectful of his time. Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym. And the pH needs to be balanced as well. I've been all around the world, and I'm going to tell you, Afro-Latinas and Africans got y'all beat.
Got us beat. And how do they have us beat?
On every front. I was live first, and they said you should call in because I was supposed to date a black woman here in Dallas, several black women in Dallas, but y'all know how y'all are. So,
well, I don't live in Dallas, so I can't speak for the black. You know, not every black woman is the same, right? You can't make one statement.
I know they're not because I've been to Latin America and they're not the same.
Ooh.
Okay, you have to stop your live on your page though. So, are you live right now?
I'll stop my live. Go ahead.
I'm gonna stop my live too. I don't got time to try. I don't got time. How about that? You stop your live, I'm gonna stop my live, and all the lives will stop.
Yo, shout out to Austin, right, for letting Kendra know, who's an American BW, that Afro-Latinas and African chicks, right, are a lot better than Western black women. Western women in America, Western black women in the UK. Austin's been there, he's experienced it, and he let her know that Western foreign black women from Brazil, from South America, wherever, are a lot more better than Western black women, and she feels some type of way. So what I'm saying, brothers, right? What I'm saying here is that, okay, if you want a black woman dead on, and that's okay. I also love black women too. Go for Afro Latinas and foreign black women. Don't you ever marry a BW from the West, okay? Also letting you know that case. And break it down for us, Theo.
Yeah, I like how Austin did this. He did a master class. I gotta give hats off to him for what he said. He did a great job. And guys who are listening to this, I want you to know, you go 1 year abroad, you'll act exactly like Austin does here. You will not even consider any other way of acting. This is how I am with Western women. I act pretty much the same way. And it's because these women live in a bubble where they think they have a monopoly of all women in the world. And you're like, no, man, I can date this woman. I can date this woman over here. There's differences. This is how it actually is. And I don't have to accept your crap. And Kendra can't accept it. You know, basically, we want to date women from the countries where Kendra gets her hair, right? So Kendra's hair country is maybe the Caribbean. We'll go to Caribbean. Maybe her hair country is Korea. We'll go to Korea, right? So she doesn't like the situation. We don't care anymore. It's too much. It's too bad for her. We don't care.
Thanks. We don't care. And this is a message for you, brothers, saying that possible don't like BWs, blah blah blah. We love BWs, but we prefer BWs to be foreign, from South America and any other region in the world apart from Western countries. If you're mad, you're mad. So stay mad, bro. Stay mad. Boom. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, guys, you got to get out of the country. You got to get out of the West. Again, I'm leaving again. You know, I'm getting my situation together, set up. You guys got to do the same thing. I don't even know why you're here anymore. I don't know why I'm here anymore. You're just wasting your time. The more time you have in the West, it is meaningless. What are you doing? So get out as fast as you can.
Awesome. Get out, brothers. Get out. All right. So thank you, Theo, for your time. We're up for 2 hour in the 2 hour mark. Theo, do you have any closing statements before you go?
Hey, I had a great time. This is fun. Again, guys, in the office, you always want to say you're married. You don't want to be talking to the women. You want to be about it. You want to be about your work, about getting your job done in a measurable fashion. You want to be about communication almost only with your male colleagues. If you have to work with a woman, which happens from time to time, make sure you're doing a public area where other people are seeing you. Also, do not have any private chats with women. Do it in the company group chat. No private chats at all. And if she texts you, do not answer back at all. Do not have any phone communication with her at all. It's too dangerous. You know, just keep everything monitored and measurable, and you should be okay. Once you get that remote job, do it and take our classes. We're going to help you get over there. Don't look back. Start dating amazing women, and you're going to be just like Austin did. You're going to be with amazing women, and you're going to be having a great time. Okay? Even in Brazil, they still like black men there. They like us. They might have others with problems with the domestic black men, which is true, but us, yeah, no problem. All right. Thank you, IP. Had a great time.
Take it easy, Theo. Rest well, okay? Speak soon.
See ya.
Peace out, bro. Theo said, don't look back. Don't look back in anger. I saw your face. Okay, so let me react to some tips here. Person 1 in the chat, if you're still here with me. Okay, I've got 2 more to react to. Shout out to Theo. Don't react in anger. Okay, look at this one over here.
But like, I know like my, we could just like Netflix and chill, but like, I know like my number, like it's low, but like, I'm ready.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Like you want to?
I'm ready, yeah.
Okay.
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 Good morning.
What's up?
What's up?
Why does yours still say 0?
What?
Your number. Why?
My number.
Why does it still say 0?
Well, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, that's really weird. How's that possible?
I mean, it may be like it's still loading or something. I don't know.
It doesn't work like that.
Wait, where are you going?
What's going on?
What? What do you mean? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I laid it down last night. Why does it still say 0?
I think it's glitching or something. I don't know.
Nah. What do you mean by that? Oh shit. Yo, I'm calling the police. Don't move.
Brothers, man. This video here, okay, lets you know the high body count rate of Western women, okay? And they'll lie to you. They'll lie to you that it's low. They ain't been with a lot of guys. If she's born in America, if she's born in the UK, if she's born in Australia, if she's from there, lived there for a long time, the body count will be off the roots, okay? The body count would be off the roof, okay? And they'll lie. So if a woman tells you her body count is 10, times it by 5 or times it by 3, okay? West women have very high body counts and you don't want to deal with that, okay? No right thinking man wants to marry or date a woman that's been around the block, that many men have had access to her. God forbid, we don't want that, okay? So please vet very well. But I think the best case scenario is to avoid Western women for marriage and for dating. Okay, if you definitely want to not deal with a woman that has a high body count, okay, don't date her. Okay, don't date a Western woman. Western women by far have the highest body count on planet Earth. That is their culture. That is their culture. That is a way of life. All right, and you don't want that within your sphere of influence. Okay. The higher the body count, the more problems come with it. And for me, right, body count is also a hygiene issue. I don't want to be with a chick that's, many dudes have breathed on her, kissed her up. I don't want to. I don't want that, bruv. I'll keep it back. I don't want a chick that's had multiple dudes done that to her. You want a chick that's clean, pristine. Not a lot of dudes have put it inside her, and it's out there. But you find that outside the West. Okay, so please don't date, marry a Western woman. Okay, like I said, there are 5 phrases to say to Western women: good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, and goodbye. Don't deal with them for dating purposes. Okay, awesome. Great clip over here, by the way. It sums it up. All right, so next one to react to. Video file. Okay, so where's the other one here? Okay, let's see this one over here.
This is why you come to Miami! This is why you come to Miami!
This is Town Boy.
What? You think I'm still got your name tatted on me? I got your name tatted on me!
Look, you gotta stop, alright? Relax. Nobody told you to get my name tatted on you. Now you look stupid with my name tatted on your back. Relax. Come inside. Because he's not leaving and you're not leaving either.
This is why you come to Miami! This is why you come to Miami!
This is Town Boy.
What? You think I'm still got your name tatted on me? I got your name tatted on me!
Look, you gotta stop, alright? Relax. Nobody told you to get my name tatted on you. Now you look stupid with my name tatted on your back. Relax. Come inside. Because he's not leaving and you're not leaving either.
So we have a situation here, a big situation here where a Western dude has found his Western girlfriend cheating in a hotel. I'm assuming abroad or somewhere in America, right? And the guy that found her cheating had tagged a name on him. Okay, why would you do that? Okay, number one, don't date a Western chick and don't marry her. And number two, definitely don't get any chick's name tied on you. You can't tell the future, you don't know if the marriage or the relationship would obviously work forever. So why get her tied on you? Okay, avoid dealing with Western women in any shape or form. If it's not in the workplace, if it's not customer service, don't date, don't marry, don't even smash her, bruv. Don't even smash her. She clearly has no respect for the dude. You know, she's out here telling him, calm down, calm down. You know, she's blaming him for her cheating. It's sad, bruv. You know, bro didn't deserve that, but that's what you get with dealing with a Western chick. If you don't want that to happen, don't deal with Western women. Now, I'm not saying foreign women are perfect. Of course, some foreign women cheat, okay? But the cheating is more likely in a Western woman. Western women love cheating. Western women cheat like it's a sport. Now, I'm not saying all do, but many do, okay? So avoid that in any shape or form. And please get your passport, man. Because a woman that's truly foreign would be too ashamed to be cheating like this. Okay. A lot of dudes don't know the kind of woman Western women are. You know, they don't know. And I don't blame them. They've never traveled, they've never dealt with a foreign woman. They ain't been to Germany, they ain't been to Japan, they ain't been to Panama, they ain't been to Morocco. So you can't blame them for still dating Western chicks. But as the internet is getting bigger, as social media is getting bigger, they should now see that Western women are not wifey in any shape or form. So save yourself the headache and don't deal with Western women and their disrespect. And definitely don't get her tied on your body in any shape or form, whether she's foreign or even Western, because you can't tell the future. Relationships, you can't tell the future, it will last forever. So don't get her tied on your body, okay? Awesome, awesome. So that is the last clip to react to. So now, brother, y'all can call in if you want to speak about, you know, your time working in corporate America. Any tips for the brothers? You can call in. We've got 20 more minutes before we wrap up the live stream. Okay, so call in, call in, call in. Oh, great stream, great stream. Lord, let me go to the toilet real quick, please, and I'll be back in a jiffy, in a flash. Okay, so call in. The link is pinned in the live stream box below. Give me a second, please. Vibes, turn your camera on in the background, please. So I know you're not sure. Confirmed Fives. Thank you, bro. Camera off. Oh, shout out to Mr. Marley of the Vibes for the support. IP, check your IG when you get a chance. Okay, I will do. Thank you, brother. Let me bring your fives in the background. I got 5 on it. What's going on, 5? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Can y'all hear me? Everything good?
Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. How you doing? You good?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I can't complain. I can't complain. So, Mr. Fives, what's your opinion on this stream, brother? Fire away, brother.
So, as it relates to the topic, surviving corporate America as an IT tech bro, and I would just say in corporate America in general, it really is ironic how our system is deliberately pressed and designed to work against you, because we hear it on the news all the time, right? How men ain't this, black men ain't that, blah, 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 blah. However, when you get into a corporate setting, particularly in person, it's a completely different story. I am now seeing several complaints of, matter of fact, just the other night, I was out just watching a basketball game, taking a break from working hard and leveling up and all this other good stuff, right? And there was another bro that was complaining there and asking me why I didn't. There were two girls that came up and talked to us first. And they're like, man, why didn't you approach? And blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, because I'm saving it for overseas. There's no point, right? Like, so it saddens me to say this, but you're absolutely right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, goodbye should be all that you're saying, because it's becoming a desperation thing. They're seeing that all the good men are figuring it out and leaving, and now it's upsetting them. So I would say, even if you need to go monk mode, just do it, because the more frequently you go out now and the more spaces that you're around, even in idle places like coffee shops, for example, it is becoming very apparent that they know now that they messed up, but it's too late. It's far too late. And that's why we all tell you to get remote jobs, because remote jobs remote jobs literally solve so many problems. And that's another thing that they're using to fight against you. They're saying, come back to the office, blah, 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 blah. Nah, it's too late. We getting our work done here. We're literally that's why they're so desperate to buy up the completely different topic, but you get what I mean though, right? Like the bug was such a blessing in disguise for so many people, because I think this is where this movement got its jolt. People realized, yo, we can't make it work here. So that's my 2 cents. The TLDR is that they are getting more desperate by the day in the corporate space.
Facts, bro. Facts. Absolutely, man. But we won't indulge in. We have our passport. So thank you, Fives. Great comment there. Any other callers before I wrap up the stream in 10, 15 minutes time? If not, we'll go to Fives if he has any more point. Do you have any more points you want to speak on, bro?
So the only other thing that I would speak on as far as the IT space is, particularly when it comes to working for like the government. I don't care which government it is, working for the government. Once you get like clearances and stuff like that, you pass couscous and you go through everything, I would be particularly wary of those spaces, because you would think that they would be the most professional, but I can tell you from my own personal experience and from several people that I know with way more access than I do, they're the most dangerous in terms of what can get you like in trouble fast. Like you gotta be tight in the corporate space in general, but just when it comes for working with or for the government, oh yeah, no, there's like so little room for error that it's not even funny. So that's the only other thing that I would advise, is that if you're gonna go for it for the money and the opportunities and the ability to go overseas, do it, but just realize you're on very thin ice all the time.
Facts, bro. Facts. Do you want to call in Situ the Souza to speak about your time at Intel and McAfee?
Yeah, please call in, man.
Call in, bro.
But as far as the clips that you react to, since I'm here, and again, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. If you got to go, you got to go. But the fact that these are getting more and more abundant, and the fact that they're sitting there, and because it's so amazing that all these skits, all these like, even though they're clearly fake, is indefinitely shifting the culture, and a lot more people are like waking up and realize that even drinking is not like worth the trouble. It just isn't anymore, because the first thing to go is your judgment. And now we're seeing that a lot more, particularly young men in general of all colors, but particularly young black men, young men of color, they are saying, yo, I'm not going to go out every single Friday night. I'm not going to go out to these places. I'm not going to go out to these spaces. Everything I need is at home. Why would I leave my domicile for all this? So, and yeah, so unless anybody else wants to call in.
Yeah, hold on, bro. Duck, can you turn your camera on in the background so somebody not sure, please? You confirm. Thank you, Duck. Camera off. Let me bring a Duck in the background. How you doing, Duck? You cool, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. IP, what's up, Fives?
What's up?
Yeah, man. I come from a background already in STEM, and this was like when I first started working professionally in STEM, almost like 10 years ago. And one of the things I noticed, especially if, and I say this, if you're in shape and you're a man about your business, you have to be even extra careful. Because when I started, man, I was especially like they're predatory, man, on the job. Like it's across the board. It doesn't matter if it's Becky or if it's the silverback Karen, even Keisha. Like at all times, like you just have to like just make your work your worldview at your job. Just be in the trenches. And I had built a reputation that when people come to my office, it was just like it was about the business. Other people would like go to other offices, even to the left of me or to the right of me, and they'll chit chat and they'll, schmooze it up. They'll just pass by my office, not even look, unless it's about the work. So to me, it's like body language, and also, you want to have that keep that continuation of, but they can't figure you out. They cannot figure you out. And when they tell you that, that's a good thing. You know, just be about your work, uh, do what you need to do, and then leave. I give an example, man. One time I did go to a company party, and these were with like again like like high level people within my department, and I noticed a couple of things. One of the things I noticed was one of colleagues I worked with. You know, he was just there was alcohol involved, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, they think that because you're black, but you're supposed to like, uh, oh, you're like the stereotype, right? Oh, you can do a buck dance show for them, and it's really like to make you look bad, right?" And this guy asked me, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I'm like, "Why don't you go and do it?" You know, and that's another thing too. Like any social, even if it's not official at work, even if it's like people that are like coworkers, you have to be very, very careful, because it can really, it could be a setup, to get your own self into trouble. I don't think it's the other people involved sometimes. I think people, just want to find a way out to, just leave from the stress at the job, but you just want to steer clear of some of these social activities, man. Just keep your nose clean, do what you got to do, make your bread, and get out.
Remember, he wanted you to dance or something.
Yeah, man. It was more like like a social, but it was just like I was like, what are you talking? Oh, he was like, it's like, do like a dance because there was music playing. I was like, man, what are you talking about? Like, you can go and dance. You got your wife there. Go dance with your wife, man.
Good stuff, bro. And but
Yeah.
hold on, bro. And what was his response?
Oh, there was no response. It was just like, he was like, okay, like, because the way I said it to him, like, I was like, and I looked at him straight in the face, and when I said what I had to say, buck. So, you know, you just have to be you just have to be about yourself at all times. That's how I was brought up, So I don't take up for another guy's, mess, nonsense. But I would say, yeah, man, the desperation, the thirst from these chicks in the corporate world definitely has gotten up. I will definitely say that.
Thanks, bro. Go on, Fives.
Yeah, so just to kind of go off of what you just said, and thank you for sharing your experience because I got a couple of my experiences that I wanted to share, and I'll try and make it as quick as possible. But I remember early in my Air Force career, I was, and it sucks in this space because you're you're asked to volunteer, but really you're told to do it. And one of the instructors they wanted me to go up and rap in front of everybody. And I just recited literally a lyric from a rap song that I had heard like earlier that month or that year. I can't remember, but like fast forward a couple years and I get more educated and I start figuring out like the microaggressions and the things at work. And I become completely standoffish to the point where there was another similar function at a completely different location. And they wanted me to go there, right? But because there was a little playground there, I mentally figured out how I can make it a little gym experience, right? Because I wanted to maximize my time, right? So I get out of my car, I walk straight past everybody, and I just commence with a workout while everybody's barbecuing and drinking alcohol and eating fast food and all this other good stuff, right? And it turns out that they were all so mad at me because whenever they spoke to me, and this is only 2 years later, by the way, they were so mad at me that I was just about my business. I'm there to do whatever it is I'm there to do, and then that's it. And then there's no other conversation to be had after that. That they started actively sabotaging my career. Turns out, like, and this is with this is why I can speak on this stuff, right? It's not just an isolated space. It doesn't matter which space you go into, right? Contracting, corporate, it doesn't matter, right? Every single time that you're about your business and every single time that you don't take any flack or take any bull jive or whatever, they don't like that. The system actively fights to push you in a box. So just I'll say this as my final statement, and then I'll go. IP, thank you for having me on, y'all. Is that a good lesson from my stepdad that I got early in childhood? Is that whenever I would be lost in a video game, he just says, "Are you encountering enemies?" And I said no, and then I fight enemies, and I don't make it in the game or whatever. It's game over, and then he says, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna teach you something that you're gonna carry with you. If you're not encountering opposition, odds are you're probably not going the right way." And whenever I made the most progress, especially in this system that we're in, it came with wild opposition. And now I'm at a stage in my life where I don't have anything else to prove. So just guys, remember that things that may seem harmless or may seem like, oh, it's just jovial fun or whatever, don't fall for it. Like IP said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, goodbye. So yeah, y'all have a good night.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, Fives. Appreciate you, bro. Doc, do you want to chime in?
Yeah, I think what Five said, man. I mean, that's pretty much true, man. It's just like unless like you got flack over target when you're actually being productive, you are a threat. And then also to piggyback what Theo was saying, which I think is makes a lot of sense. If you make your work project oriented, as opposed to just I'm working for the company, once you're finished with the project, go on to something else. Like always, look for other things that you can actually do as a challenge and someone that'll pay you more. So I would just say, everything that was said in this stream was fire tonight, man. This was a fire stream. Uh, and to think about, like, remote work does offload a lot of the stress and the social engineering that you get on the job, because like all these activities are like are sort of like ways of they're trying to do social engineering tactics to sort of like get into your life and find a way to say, okay, what can we use to get an excuse to fire this brother, straight up. Like, you just this is a real good time for all of us. Despite all the mess that's going around us, we will be the guys that are able to take advantage of that and go forward, overseas.
Facts, bro. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. So thank you, bro, for your time, Duck. I'm gonna wrap up the stream and go to bed. Thank you, bro. All right, so brothers, it's been a take it easy, brother. It's been a pleasure, brother. Doing this stream with you out. Let me check the PayPal again. Just so I didn't miss any. Hope y'all brothers have a who's that? All right, brothers. Have a great week ahead on Monday. Look after yourself, brothers. It's been a pleasure. Yeah. All right, brothers. Yeah. Take it easy. Peace out.